Greetings all, Vanna here for the Fire Signs weekly message. That was really cool. The King of Shields came out and just kind of flipped over in the deck. Well, the King of Shields or the King of Pentacles in most decks are known to be one of the highest and most powerful of these suits, because being of the Pentacles means you are king of the physical. You have all the money, you have all the wealth. But in this depiction, it really makes it clear that he thinks himself bigger and better than anyone else. This is the same woman that in the 10 of Pentacles card of this deck is beside the king. And even in that card, she looked very disgruntled, and she doesn't want to be here out in this cold, freezing herself, while he is just basking in all of this. Well, yes, he may have earned it. That does not give him a right to be a dick to everyone around him, especially if this was who supported him, especially if this was who helped him get to that big place. And it's very interesting as it's been coming out with your other cards as well, because in our pre-shuffled dice, we have the Moon, Cancer, and number 4. Emotions, unconscious, and stability or instability. We have Father of the Sky as the bottom of the deck, and the Aries got the Oracle, forecasts. I am the Oracle. My intuitive insights flow freely. Now, this intuitive insight also comes with it has to come from a steady level playing ground. And what I mean by that is you cannot think yourself this bigger and pompous person and be a clear conduit, because you have aggravated that ego to a point where it is a very hard mask to remove. Because you're like, if I do not put on this big role, if I do not have all of this power, I am weak. And that is not the case, my love. The Druid is coming out for you. This is the Hierophant in the main deck. The Druids are a counsel to the king. Before Christianity came and turned magic on its head and turned society away from this connection, the Druids and Bards were part of the king's council, and a king or lord did not make a decision without consulting Druids or Bards, because they did more than just sing. They did more than play instruments. They held the legends of the land and everything that has come after them and everything that will come before them. That's interesting. The words that I said should be backwards. Everything that has come before them and everything that will come after them, but it was reversed. Spirit, I am not going to deny that I said that. It said it that way for a reason. Delusional, deepening in reverse, divine love in reverse, right action in reverse. You are too in your ego to understand. That's why you can never move forward and you can never learn from the things from your past. It's because you are too in your head about who it is you have to be, who it is you have been, and who it is you're not allowing yourself to be. The Holy Child came out for Leos. Starseed, I am a divine child of the universe. And the Father of the Sky is coming out for you as well. I release the weight of the world from my shoulders. And bringing back to the energy of flow with Sagittarius's Ruby Star, I embody my authentic and sensual essence. There is power to who you are, but that also means you cannot deny those parts of yourself. And I feel like the kings that you have been dealing with we're living this delusion, we're living this lie, saying that they were one thing, but they didn't really know, because they never traveled to the depths of their souls, to the depths of themselves, to understand who it is they are, what it is they want. And so no action has been right. Nothing has felt like you've received the unconditional love that you were meant to, because the ego and the part of you that is the strongest right now is only so because it was so afraid of being alone, so afraid of being forgotten and left behind, that you became very comfortable playing that role, became very familiar with playing that role that you had to for other people, to blend in, to fit in, and to be accepted by that group that you thought you were meant to be accepted by. But I ask yourself, love, are you happy? Or are you trying to see, is there another way? Should you be on one of those ships rather than standing on the cliff? Saturn, the planet of, what is that, rebellion? I had to find out real quick. Saturn is the planet of responsibility and discipline, and that is why it's looming in the sky in this Three of Wands. He has done a lot of work to build his safety, to build his home and sanctuary on this perch, but in doing so has put a cap and a limit to himself, has set down a physical place where he cannot move from, he cannot go from easily because his roots are too deeply settled. Look at that, 8 of Shields in the bottom of the deck. You have done a lot of work to get to this point, but you have also ignored a lot of the things that were going on around you that could also bring you joy, that could also bring you happiness. That is another instance of those same 3 ships. And even then, he's not allowing himself to see the opportunity. He's not allowing himself to see the chance because he's just focused on getting where he has to go, thinking, then I will allow myself to be happy. Then I will allow myself that joy. But the Hierophant is trying to remind you that you have joy and the life that you want to live every single day that you wake up. No, it may not be the way you dream it in your head, but you can take actionable steps every single day to make it more of a reality. And you do that by going into those depths, understanding why it is that you want this. What is it about that house that you just absolutely have to have? Is it makes you feel comfortable? Is it makes you feel like you finally belong? Or is it because of a status thing? If you know that people see you going to this house, they will think you're worth something. You are worth something without having to prove it to anyone. You decide that for yourself. You determine your own value. And you, my loves, have not been kind to yourself. You, my loves, have not allowed yourself or that inner child, that love, that joy, and the acceptance that you inherently deserve. You are a gift and a blessing in this world. And it is because of your light. It is because of your divinity. And when you are just moving the way you're supposed to go, Leo. Well, my fire signs in general, but I was looking at the Leo card specifically. We have 2 cards with the Oracle and the Ruby Star mentioning the flow. And the amount of water coming out here. I mean, look, here in the King. The water is cold and frozen and hurts them at this point, because snow can really hurt you and damage your skin if you expose it for too long. And he's fine because he's getting a little relief. But everyone else is having to suffer because of his hubris, because of what he said he had to do. Do not be that person that has to martyr their family because you can't let go of this idea of something that you have to do because it's your role as a man, it's your role as a woman, it's your role as the partner, as a mother, as a father, whatever it is. You determine what that role means. Not anyone outside of your house, not anyone outside of yourself. You determine what it means to be a mother, what it means to be a father, what it means to be a man, and what it means to be a woman. Not anyone else can tell you. They can only give you their own definitions or what someone has tried to tell them. I promise you, they are all miserable. And the only chance you have to be happy is to start looking in to what does not make you happy and getting rid of it so that you can see what is in alignment with your happiness and that greatest and highest good that you deserve, my love. Have a beautiful day, my dears. If you would like a personal reading, please visit my website.